Hey everyone, this is Gabriel. Um, let's talk about food insecurity. Um, I think it's sad that especially in Santa Clara County, right? We're one of the richest counties in America, and maybe not even in America, but like the world, right? And the fact that we are facing things like food insecurity is just so sad, especially like knowing that we're going into a recession and for example, like $2 trillion was just wiped out from the stock market, right? And that is definitely gonna affect not just the lower end, like the higher end of the population, but even the lower end, because people, you know, it's signs that like our economy is going down. Um, so from the website that we saw, we learned that like a large population of Santa Clara County is food insecure, right? 8.8% to be exact. And while that does seem low, that's very high if you account for the fact that we are one of the like wealthiest counties right in the country. So this is like insane to me that like we have this much people, about like 160,000 people are going hungry like this, right? And I think the even crazier thing is apparently to meet the budget shortfall, it would require $150 billion, which is insane to me. Like 150 billion is like I don't even know. Like I think that's a number I could barely comprehend, right? That much money is required, right? And of course, you know, I work at a service site like Sacred Heart, where a lot of our main objectives is to feed the hungry, right? Feed the people who aren't able to meet their food needs, right? So it's sad that like knowing that we alone aren't able to help. There's there's other like food sites like Second Harvest, but it's just sad to know that like for how much we do for the community and how much Sacred Heart does for the community, it's sad knowing that we can't help everyone because the amount of food, like the people that we need to serve, just exponentially grows, especially as the markets fail and stuff. Um, I think relating this back to the article we were reading, right? I think it may seem conspiratorial, but a lot of it is the the easily making it easily ad like I think a lot of it is also like advertising, right? Like compared to like healthy foods, so much more junk food is advertised, right? And I think there's like a little process of like like socialization that and like the psychology behind marketing, which really affects people, especially younger like children, to like socialize them into like, oh yeah, like I only want to eat these, and it kind of hurts us because it makes it makes us like cherish these like junk foods that like have no nutritional value. So it's like, and a lot of people do live in food deserts, right? Which only these foods are advertised in because it's so cheap, right? Because people aren't able to afford like healthier foods. And I think that's sad because it's like, like we put all this effort into like advertising these foods when really we should be advertising things that are nutritious. But because of like, oh, how much things cost, a lot of people can't really complain about what they're eating because they they don't have the time to. They need to like find, the resources they can to actually be fed, right? And then another factor is also like laws, right? a big thing is, you know how like medicine you have to like advertise side effects with food. For some reason they don't need to do that. Yeah, we have like USDA guidelines, but is that enough to keep our population, safe? You know, I think one of the things that we could implement, especially through the 10-point plan, is the making it so advertisers who advertise like junk foods should be able to like they have to be forced to add like side effects to like calming ingredients to our to these junk foods, and I think that might help actually a lot, and it would like help us definitely in a manner that like people wouldn't realize. Like if people knew that, like, you know I don't think a lot of people know that like certain junk foods have things like aspartame, or like really carcinogenic materials in our food, like that they don't know about, that causes cancer. And I think that if everyone was more educated, especially with the help of the producers, it would help us a lot.